Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully you've been enjoying your effectively extended spring break here. We just got to go over these quick little problems so you can grade your work and just be prepared for Monday when we kind of get going again. Please be aware, hopefully by the time this video is uploaded, you will actually have the opportunity to go and I'll log in to your email account, your Canvas account from school. When you do so, you'll have to reset your password. When you reset your password, they're requiring all kinds of silliness, a very, very long password, 12 characters, and capitals and lowercase and special characters. So make sure it's going to be long enough. If you're struggling with anything, you should be able to contact someone from the school, maybe email them on that personal email. Contact me using that same email from the Padlet. Get in contact with Mr. Bloss in his WebEx, or even leave a comment in here at YouTube, and I'll try to help you out getting access to the system again. But it's really not too big a deal. I'm sure everything will be worked out by the time we are ready for class on Monday. In the meantime, let's go over this assignment. This is review from right before break. We might have forgotten how to do it, and that's okay. So the first two problems is just basic old distributive property, making sure that we remembered how to do that. And then after that, we'll have to use either that FOIL or that box method. We'll go over both of them. Here we go. So the 6x is going to be distributed to both right away. So I'm going to show all the work here just as a reminder on this very, very first one. So that's 6x times negative 8x, and then 6x times 4. When you multiply an x times an x, it becomes an x squared. So 6 times negative 8 is negative 48. X squared plus 6 times 4 is 24x. Easy enough for that first question. This one, I'll show a little bit less work. This time, I'm just going to straight multiply. I'm just going to do negative 6 times u for negative 6u, and negative 6 times negative 8 for positive 48. And this time, it's a v. So I know this is kind of annoying to use those letters, but it's very common in higher level math to use both u's and v's in the same question. So try to make sure that your u's curvy and your v's straight, just enough to tell the difference between the two. All right. Question number 3. So I'm going to use the box method first because students really do like the box method, and it can be pretty useful on these questions. So as a reminder for the box method, all you're going to do is take every single term for that first one, and we're going to make it go horizontal, and the second one will make it go vertical next to it. So negative 7k plus 8, and then 7k minus 4, and then we're just going to kind of make a box out of the situation. Some people like making the box first. Nothing up in the corner. And you just multiply where the boxes run into each other. I like switching colors when I do this. I'm going to switch over to black just to go over to a different color here. So negative 7k times 7k, that's negative 49k squared. And then we're doing 7k times 8, that's going to be 56k. And negative 7k times negative 4 is 28k. And then 8 times negative 4 is negative 32. After that, we're going to go ahead and add our like terms. So we're adding our like terms. There are no like terms for the first or the last one. So we can just kind of write our answer, starting off with negative 49k squared. But then we have to add these two because those guys are like terms. So 56 and 28, what's that going to be? 70, 84. So you're adding those like terms together, and then you write just that negative 32. And that's it. So the box method's great. I do like it. It's a nice and visual, pretty easy to set up. However, some students don't like showing all that work, and honestly, I don't like showing all that work when I'm actually doing questions. I'd rather use that FOIL method. So remember that FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. We're going to multiply the first two together here. So 4a times 2a, that's 8a squared. After we do the first 2, we're going to do the outer 2. So that's going to be 4a times -5. That's going to be -20, the letter a. And then we're going to do the inner 2 after that, 2 and 2a. That's going to be plus 4a. Then we're going to do the last 2. 2 times -5 is -10. Then you add your like terms. Only those 2 in the middle will be like terms. So AA squared minus 16a minus 10. That's it. Easy enough. We're already halfway done. Only 4 more to go. Let's do it. Oop. Oh, this one kind of printed weird. That 6 looks a little strange. That's okay. Whatever. Same thing for number 5. I'm going to go ahead and do FOIL for number 5 and then box for number 6. No real reason for that, just kind of felt like it. So let's do it. So our first -4n squared, our outer -5n, our inner -20n, our last -25. And then these two guys in the middle add together. -4n squared minus 25n minus 25, nice and quick. Number 6, like I said, I'm going to switch over to the box method for number 6. Let's do it. So we got x minus 6y. We got 5x and 8y. Switching colors here. X times 5x is going to be 5x squared. 8y times x is 8xy. My box is kind of bad there, honestly. You can't really see. Maybe I should zoom in just on this problem so you can see my terrible handwriting a little bit better. And then 5x times -6y will be -30xy. And then 8y times -6y is -48y squared. Now we just have to add our like terms. Again, those 2 in the middle there, usually adding like terms, and those 2 in the end usually don't. 5x squared minus 22xy minus 48y squared. There you go. So number 7 and 8, technically we didn't do anything this difficult in class, but I wanted us to try it out, have a good little version of thinking for it. So let's do it. So we got this little bit of a longer one. So FOIL actually kind of won't work. If you wanted to do this without drawing the box out, I'm going to show you how to do that. And then number 8, I'm just going to do the box because really the box is very useful for these longer types of questions. So this is what I like to do for questions like this. We're going to do the 8. We're going to multiply the 8 to all 3 of these here. The 8n. So we're going to do 8 to all 3 first. That's step number 1. So I'm going to do 8n times -6n, and that's going to be -48n cubed. And then I'm going to do 8n times -n, and that's going to be -8n squared. And then 8n times -6 and get -48n. And now I got to do the same thing where I take that -3 and I go to all 3 of them. However, if you're smart about it, when you do that, you're going to kind of line it up nice and neat. So this is kind of like our 8n row, if you will, where 8n is being multiplied to all 3. And this is like my -3 row where my -3 is being multiplied to all 3. But instead of writing anything here, I'm going to start here because the n squareds are going to line up. So I can start with plus 18n squared. You see how they're kind of lining up there? And then -3 times -n is positive 3n. And again, it lines up nice and neat. And -3 times -6 is positive 18. And there isn't anything there. So now when I'm adding my like terms, it's all in these nice, neat little columns. -48n cubed plus 10n squared minus 45, what am I saying? Minus 45n plus 18, and that's it. But again, like I said, the box method really is preferred for many students on these longer questions. So let's do the box method for this one. And because my last box was so terrible, I'm actually going to just use a ruler for this next one here. So we're going to go ahead and we'll make, how much room do I need? Let's do 1.5 centimeters per box. That'll be nice and large. So I'm gonna need 6 total. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. I'm gonna do the same thing going down. All right, and then we just gotta go ahead and do our best on each one of these tick marks to make the whole box. Oh, that was dumb. Why did I do that? I didn't. You're supposed to do this line all the way at the end there. Now my tick marks are wrong. Now I gotta try again. Mr. Richards, get it together. Get it together. All right, now they're right. Boy. It takes a lot longer to make these neat, you know? It's okay, though. I should have been making them neat from the start. This is my own doing. All right, and these ones are actually done correctly. That's the good news. Come on. And then I do this last bottom row. All right, so we don't need this top left box. And then I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna do the first one across the top. So 7k squared minus 4k plus 8, and then 3k squared, 5k, and 2. And we'll switch colors up here. I'm gonna use pink, bright pink, to finish this stuff off here. Here we go. All right, so we're just multiplying where they run into each other. Remember, when you are multiplying stuff together, you got to count how many exponents there are total. So like this, 7 times 3 is 21. And we got to count how many exponents. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 k to the 4th power. Now, it kind of doesn't matter which order you go in. I like going across. So I'm going to do 3k squared times this negative 4k. And that's going to give me negative 12k cubed, because now I have 3k's there. Then 3k squared times 8, 24k squared, 5k times, and we're just going to continue multiplying where those boxes run into each other. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20k. 5k times 8 is 40k. Oh, this k squared, by the way. My bad. And then 7 times 2 is 14 with the k squared. Negative 4 times 2, negative 8k. 2 times 8, 16. And like I said before, we kind of got to add on the diagonal so we can see that these two like terms, those 3 like terms, those 2 like terms. Final answer, back to writing in black. 21k to the 4th. You can't even see what I'm writing. Awesome. 21k to the 4th. 35 minus 12 is 23k cubed. And then here, 14 minus 20 plus 24. How do you do that fast, kind of in your head? Negative 20 and 24 are 4. And 14 more is 18. Negative 8 plus 40, that's going to be 32K plus 16. And we're finally done with this little assignment. Didn't take us too long to grade our work. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your kind of extended break here. And I will see you guys on Monday. Looking forward to it. Have a good one. Bye.